Hello, viewers, and welcome to yet another episode of We Need to Crypto Talk. In our last episode, we were in conversation with Alexei Berdico, the CEO and co-founder of Play2Live. As we were discussing the future as well as the practicalities of running a game streaming platform entirely on a public blockchain, Alexei suggested that their chief technical officer might have a clear answer. Of course, we wanted to know more about this level of blockchain Play2Live is creating at this moment, and the proposal itself sounded awesome enough. So yes, today we have the CTO of Play2Live with us to carry the torch forward. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vladislav Arbatov. I said your name right. Hello, Vlad. Can I say
Yes,
Vlad?
yes. Hello, guys. Yes, of course, you can say Vlad. It's more practical, like Vladislav, and more easy to say. So yes, Vlad it is.
So
Hello, everyone.
thank you for joining, Vlad, and yeah, everybody's actually looking forward to know more about this
hmm
new solution you are integrating into the Play2Live platform that is Level Up blockchain. And
Okay, yeah.
it sounded like a level up, and we want to know more about it, that how this blockchain is working. What are the technicalities that are in play right now?
Yeah, okay. So first of all, I'll try to explain why did we come to a decision, why we come to a solution where we're developing our own blockchain. First of all, when you have the opportunity, it's not very practical, it's not very wise to ditch it. And we had the opportunity. Because working on different blockchains, on other blockchains, for example, BitShares blockchain that we're using for our MVP version, led us to, first of all, led us to some questions on functioning on some functions of these blockchains, and we gained some experience, we gained some skills, we got some specialists, very nice, very skilled specialists on our team, on our blockchain team. That's why we decided that we, first of all, that we want to build our blockchain in the first part. And then we analyzed all the pros and cons of this decision, and we came to the conclusion that it might be and it will be a better way for us to function on our own blockchain. So why did we ditch? Why did we are getting rid of BitShares and other solutions that could potentially use? There is one little thing about our platform that makes most of the blockchains unusable on our part. We will have lots and lots of microtransactions. We'll have like thousands of transactions per second. Lots of our transactions, they will contain a small amount of tokens, small amount of money, but they will be in large numbers per second, per minute, etc. For example, we're going to implement, little fun feature. We're going to implement chat battles between users and viewers that are having a conversation in chat, and we're going to bring some mini games in the chat. One participant can fire a bullet to another participant, and he will lose HP, and he will not be able to talk in the chat for a minute, etc. It's like mini game. Chats are the most intense part of every video streaming platform. Yeah, a lot of conversations, a lot of activity happens in chat. So we decided to bring some gamification. There, and actions like interactions between our users in the chat, they will be also blockchain based. So you can imagine lots and lots of messages in the chat. We're not writing all the messages on the blockchain, of course. We're writing only action messages. like donation, subscription, game interactions between users in the chat. And it will be a huge amount of data that's transferred into the blockchain like per second. So we need a stable solution that can provide us with large numbers of transactions per second of TPS. BitShares in real life provides like only like 10k TPS. That's the truth about BitShares. We are pointing our blockchain to 50 to 100k TPS. We're going to be able to proceed like 100,000 transactions per second. Yeah.
How is that even possible with a public blockchain? I mean, that is the question that is always popping up in my mind. The solutions we already have, I don't think they can even cross 35 transaction per second rate or around that time with the increasing scalability issues we are facing. And of course, BitShares is not enough for a platform like Play2Live because we are already talking about putting live streaming on blockchain. So how are you even being practical when you're suggesting a solution like this? And even if you're practical, what is the architecture? How are you achieving this thing? Is it a hybrid blockchain solution or is it entirely based on a public blockchain? Can you just tell me more about it?
Yes, again. So this is a hybrid consensus protocol, hybrid between DPoS or POS, POS, and BFT protocols. So this is basically more of proof of stake and proof of work. That's Ethereum works on proof of work currently, and we are moving to proof of stake. Then we have on our blockchain we have separate subchains. Every subchain is dedicated to platform functionality. There is a subchain for donations. There is a subchain for interactive tasks, etc. Those subchains are self-forking on the fly automatically. If transactions per second is peaking on a particular subchain, it self-forks. It doubles its capacity on the fly without downtime for the blockchain or for the subchain itself. Then, if the demand decreases for this functionality, the subchains can defork itself. Just erase unnecessary subchains. That's how we provide practically infinite scalability. Subchains themselves, they verify transactions that have been processed through the subchains on the main chain. Subchains are hashing transactions. They are not verifying every transaction on mainnet. They are gathering transactions. They are hashing those transactions, and once per period of time, a given period of time, or per amount of transactions, they are verifying those transactions on mainnet, and everyone has the possibility. Everyone is able to verify those transactions that are pushed to mainnet. Given that they run nodes, they run verified nodes, etc. So we're going to have like our own nodes that we're going to deploy, and then we're going to have public nodes, decentralized nodes that everyone in the world could deploy our node and verify transactions and make an audit to the transactions, etc. So that's the basic principle of the architecture. It's based on self-forking subchains that are dedicated to functional blocks on the particular platform of Play2Live. We're not making a universal, technology that is applicable to all the blockchain projects in the world from the box.
Right.
Out of the box, we're just making a blockchain for our platform to be functional at its full potential. So we can adapt the subchains and the functional blocks to practically every project on the internet if we need so. But now we're just focusing on our functionality and to provide stable and fast work for our platform based on our blockchain. That's how it works.
To talk on the further, I'm particularly interested in getting a more elaborative response from you regarding the integrity and security of this blockchain. As you have mentioned that it's a hybrid solution, so a very large number of computational data it is gathering is from the private servers, or you mentioned the subchains. I'm thinking that they are basically the private servers. And how are you protecting them from getting attacked at one point of failure? There should not be a single point of failure at any point of time. So even in this model, how are you making sure that it is this whole network of different chains you're creating, the subchains or the mainnet chain? How are you making sure that this entire system is integrated and secured, and no one person is taking control of the rules and regulation of this network?
Well, first of all, we now plan that most of the nodes, at first, most of the nodes and most of subchains will work on our hardware and controlled by Play2Live.
Okay.
That's how we secure the solution from an external attack or external, pushing misleading data in the blockchain or mistakes, etc. We're controlling on the first stages. We will be controlling the blockchain, but everyone, of course, everyone on the network will be able to plug in and see if the transactions and hashes, etc., are correct. They can verify those transactions are correct. Then we're going to let people have their own run their own nodes. But the integrity of the network is it's provided from how the blockchain works. It can't be fooled by just sending wrong transactions, because the mainnet of the blockchain is verifying every transaction it gets. Okay. So yes, okay, you can run a subchain or you can run part of subchain and try to send false data into the blockchain. But in the end, it will be verified. It will be marked as misleading false information and data in transaction, and it will be denied. It will be denied. We're following the basic rules of every blockchain. If the data is verified by the given amount of nodes that are having the verification rights, then the data is correct. We're making it economically reasonable for those who possess nodes to send the false information. To deploy a node, you will have to hold some amount of our tokens, or you can call it certificates, or you can call it license, whatever. It's just a given amount of level up coin tokens. So if you're as a node purchasing those tokens to make your node a validating node on the network, it's making and if we catch you, and we will catch you because all of other nodes are verifying your transactions, you will be plugged off the network essentially.
Right.
But you have already paid for the tokens. You have made some economic movement, and that's how it's going to be like economically. It's just really a very stupid
It's
and
not
fool
feasible,
decision.
right?
Yeah. To try
Yeah.
to fool the blockchain.
Right.
That's how. That's how our vision of proof of stake works. When you like using proof of work, you're just paying with your electricity or your power, etc. When you're using our proof of stake protocol, you will pay for our tokens to be able to participate in the network. In both variants, you are it makes no sense to try to fool the network at all.
Right. That sounds actually it sounds logical from the point of view of the psychology of a hacker. So yeah, that makes sense. Then my next question, however, is about the cost of running this network. How will be the transactions play out? I mean, what will be the cost of these transactions on level up blockchain in general?
We estimate the cost of transaction of one separate transaction will be around 1 cent.
Okay, that's cheap.
Yeah, it will be around 1 cent.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I've got pretty much summed up, whatever I wanted to cover up the detail of the level of blockchain here. If you'd like to add anything before we wrap this interview, please feel free to add your words.
Well, guys, just wait for our beta release in late July, and we'll see how things going. I'm very positive about what we're doing, and just plug into Play2Live and stay with us. We actually opened our roadmap to public several days ago with our MVP3 overlays. The link is on our homepage, ptl.tv. And you can visit our roadmap. You can discuss our roadmap with us. You can vote on the features that you want and you don't want, etc. We're clearly we are very transparent in this in this way. We just want user feedback, and we try to make what users want.
Thank you, Vlad, for speaking to us. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Vlad, the CTO of Play2Live gaming streaming platform. If you have any questions for him, you can drop your comments in the description box below, and we'll make sure to have them answered back from the Play2Live team. We have also mentioned Play2Live's Telegram link, so please join the channel if you want to know more about the project. And yes, don't forget to subscribe NewsBTC if you like this video, and also follow us on social media if you want to get more updates from Bitcoin and ICO market. Have a good day.